hello. Just getting the camera ready. Hi, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to CAB MSP Music Studios, home of our brand T-Sum and our label, T-Sum Records, LLC. Today is W.O.W, which is Women on Wednesday, and we're featuring Cuppy, DJ Cuppy from Nigeria. She's playing music in our background, and hopefully she's been advertised on our screen. DJ Cuppy from Nigeria. Her net worth is $20 million. That's pretty good for a DJ, I think. She's coming out of Nigeria, probably her origin from Nigeria, but she's a blend of Nigeria and the UK. However, Nigeria is claiming her. Number one DJ, female DJ, DJ Cuppy. And I see somebody's coming out. How about Mr. Detroit? Hi, Mr. Detroit. I heard of you before. How are you? I'm waving. How are you? I want to welcome you to CAB MSP Music Studios. Loving you too. Hi. But anyway, I think you're from Detroit. Is that okay, Mr. Detroit? I think it is. But anyway, this is what we're doing. Today, we're telling everyone about the Women on Wednesday Millionaire Music Artists. And what we do with that, well, I'm good as well. But what we do with that is we choose millionaire music artists. Are you a millionaire, Mr. Detroit? By any chance, are you a millionaire? I didn't get a comment. But anyway, we're grooming millionaires. If you're not a millionaire, we're grooming you in our 7-continent plan, where we're putting up our T-Sum International Music Centers. And since we're acquiring some land in Nigeria, are you not there yet? Okay, we can still groom you because we're grooming people to become millionaires if we can get them in our centers where we have the corporate office, the Studio C. Studio A is where we do the music literacy program, where we do a 21-week 5-step music literacy program to teach people how to read music, which I think is essential in this time of music. It allows us to do, if we can read, we can do it all with my 5 steps. You can do all of it. And when I introduce the 5-step music literacy program, then you can be a part of that, because we're bringing it to the 7 continents and within the North American continent. I'm sure we'll hit you somewhere. You know, I'm in the Minnesota area right now. I'm at 100 South 5th Street in downtown Minneapolis, Suite 1900. That's where our home base is, but that's not, that's our temporary location because we're building our own foundations and our own locations. But we're starting out with Africa, and then after we finish Africa, we're going to go to Antarctica. That's why I'm wearing white, because the color for Antarctica is white. And in Antarctica today, color-wise. And then this evening I'll be in Asia. And then later on I'll be... Yeah, it is a beautiful city. Yes, it is. So, and then this evening I'll be in... Well, I said I'll be in Asia. Then after Asia, I'll be in Europe, continent-wise. Then after Europe, we'll be in South America, and then back to the U.S. So by the time we get back to you, Mr. Detroit, we'll be back in the North American continent. You'll know that we're there pretty much because I have on orange representing our color for North America. And we'll be here at the end of our tour because we're trying to do a 7-continent tour. And we're starting with our own land. If you see it constantly, it's going to broadcast periodically in the laptop as it scrolls through. You'll see the land that we're acquiring in Ondos and Akira Ondo states. And that's where we're going to put our first center. The Studio C, Studio A, and Studio B is where we're going to build our best bands for our label. And So you said safe travels, Queen. Thank you. That's a nice plug. Are you coming? Are you coming to Africa for the $30 billion World Investment Tour? That's what we're putting together with these millionaires. We're making you millionaires. I know you're an artist of some sort. Aren't you a music artist? I heard of Detroit. You see, Mr. Detroit. Are you a music artist, Mr. Detroit? Can you hear me? I heard of that name. I think you play a guitar. I'm not sure, but I think so. But tell me if you're an artist, and I keep on going until I see you, in the writing, in the comments. I'll see whether you said you're an artist or not. But anyway, however, I'm on YouTube at Mr. and Mrs. Oh, you just love music. Oh, okay. Well, that sounds good. Well, when we get started to sell our tickets for the $30 billion World Investment Tour, maybe you can join us in Africa. But that's where we're going to put our first music center, and we're going to do it on our own grounds. We're going to have our own first festival on our own grounds in a Curiondo state in Nigeria. So, join in or pitch in, because we need all the help we can get to make this happen, because I'm trying to keep the musicians working. I have a 22-piece orchestra. Actually, I had a 22-piece orchestra, jazz orchestra, that is. And who's that? Terry Yanni. Terry and Yanni. Hi, how are you, Terry? Welcome. Anyway, I'll stop periodically to ask you questions and say whatever you're asking if I can give you a chance. But this is the day for women. Women on Wednesday with Millionaire Music Artists. And I'm featuring women. And today is a Nigerian DJ, DJ Cuppy. DJ Cuppy is the richest $20 million status DJ from Nigeria. So you'll be seeing her in the background on the screen. You can either be on Instagram or YouTube. If you're on Instagram, we're Creative Band. We're CABMSP Music Studios. That's probably where I see you guys at. Mr. Detroit, and I see Terry. I see you on the Instagram screen, and that's a good thing. And then, of course, I'm also on YouTube as Mr. and Mrs. Ollie, O-L-I. And make sure you put the periods behind it, and that's how you find us on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. Because I do a live broadcast on YouTube, and I do a live broadcast on Instagram, and then I just forward it over to Facebook. Because Facebook mentions when we started in 2012, and they call us Creative Band MSP. And it shows all the 3 different studios, and it's pretty much featuring the label over there on the Facebook side. But I enjoy doing the Instagram side, and I like making the videos, because we have music. We feature the music of the different artists from around the world on our videos. We utilize some of their music, as background sounds for our videos, so the people in America can hear the sounds, the Afro beat, and some of the European beats and all that. You can hear it played here in the U.S. So anyway, I'm going to get started. About 10 minutes in. I'm going to give myself about 5 more minutes, because as I said, we feature women today, and we have people that invest in what we're doing. And we're featuring artists while we're picking millionaires, because we figured with millionaires, they already done it. They know how to do it. They've been there already. They're doing the music, and they figured out how to do something else alongside of the music, so that they can keep their net worth, keep moving it up instead of dropping it down. So anyway, that's what we're doing. We're featuring those millionaires to do our concerts, where we're proposing to them to do the concerts, a $30 billion World Investment Tour. We have about 14. I think I got 10 women, 10 men. Then I put on Instagram. I'm asking for 4 African artists. If you can see the artists that are featured on my Instagram page, you can see 4 Nigerian artists, males, 4 Nigerian artists, females, 4 American males, and 4 American females. And I think I got 2 or 3 from the UK. I just want you to pick one. If you see the advertisement out there, pick one of the artists. In case you haven't heard them, I'll be, like I said, periodically during each broadcast, I'll feature someone so you can hear the sound of this music. Because it's really hot and it's moving real fast across the U.S. Not just the U.S., it's across the world. We just getting we like the last one to catch on, sort of. But it's hot. I mean, it's hot, and I kid you not. That Afro beat is hot. And the girls that's, doing the Twitter, what it's called, and jiggles, and what I can't think of the word they're using right now. But the girls are shaking that rump to the beat. You know what I'm saying? And they got it right on time for the, to hit that beat. So anyway, I'm going to tell you who some of these millionaires are. If you stay out there long enough, I'm going to tell you some of the millionaire women. Okay, keep you posted. Okay, well, you can join us on my website. It's CABMSP Music Studios with an S.com. You can go there and you can see the artists that we're featuring, all 10 of the women and the men. We have U.S. and we also have, foreign artists. We got them some from the UK. We got some girls from the UK. We got several of them we're featuring from the UK. We got 3 or 4 from Nigeria. And we got 3 or 4. We got Mrs. Beyonce. She's the #1 artist in the U.S. Her net worth is $355 million. And then, of course, after her, we got Rihanna. I'm trying to get Rihanna married off to my newfound son, Chris Brown. So save your money so you can come to the wedding. I'm working hard on that one. So anyway, that's Miss Rihanna. She's one of the women that we're featuring on the Wild Women on Wednesday, Millionaire Artists. We're going to propose to all these people to be a part of our $30 billion world investment tour. And why we're asking for investments, because we got to pay them, we got to pay for the vineyards, and we definitely have to pay for the land. So we started on our land first. Once that's finally paid by December the 5th, now we give you options if you're interested in investing in what we're doing. We give you 5 to 10%. That's our percentage against our dollar amount, which is $100. You can go from 100 to $1 million and plus. These are choices that you utilize with our percentage against our dollar amount. You invest that in the millionaire artists, because we feature millionaire artists, because we figured what better choice to invest in someone that can handle it. Big crowds. We're going for the largest venues that we can find, besides starting with our own. We're starting with our own festival grounds in Africa, as I mentioned. Then we're going to go to Antarctica. Then we're going to go to Asia. Then we're going to go to Australia, then Europe, then South America, and then we're coming back home to North America. So those are the 7 continents that we're going to venture into, and we're hoping to land. Take the hope out. We are going to land one of our centers in one of the 7 continents. Now that's when not only investors, but partnerships and people that want to invest can jump in and make it beyond the 7 continents. We just setting the groundwork down for the 7. We'll put it in the continents. You put it in the countries, okay, and the cities and the states. You can jump in and help out with that. But in the meantime, we got to get these festivals together. We hope to be doing. I like to take hope out, because hope seems like you're not sure. So let's take that out. I will. How about that? I will have these centers in all 7 continents where we're doing these festivals. And I'm going to tell you some of these locations, because they're huge. The stadiums are extremely huge, because we do football, American football, and we do soccer. We call soccer football in foreign countries. So they have some of the largest stadiums that facilitate these places. So I'm going to tell you that real quick. And then tonight, I'm going to give you some of the stadiums. And actually, I'm going to give you the festivals first. And then tonight, I'll give you the stadiums. And I'm about halfway through, so I can start to tell you about the women, the millionaire women that we're featuring in our $30 billion tour. So as we get to that location, so I can show you and tell you where those places are, then it's well worth the investment. Let's do the festivals first. I have my little yellow book. I carry it with me everywhere. And by the way, I'm Mrs. Ollie. Mrs. Ollie, owner, producer of CABMSP Music Studios. And of course our brand T-Som, we're doing T-Som everything, so T-Som Records, branding my own record label. T-Som Records LLC is the international sound. But anyway, we're going to tell you about a festival. We have Coachella. Coachella is a festival that's in Indo, California. Then we're doing Tomorrowland. These are some festivals that we're investing in. Tomorrowland is in Belgium, Boom, Belgium, in the European continent. Then we have Exit Music Festival. That's located in Novi Sad, Serbia, in the European continent. Then we have Splendor in the Grass. That's in Byron Bay, Australia, in the Australian continent. Then we have Fuji Rock Festival. Fuji Rock Festival is in the Asian continent, in Yuzawa, Niigata, Prefecture, and Japan. Help me out with that one, okay? But anyway, that's in the Asian continent. Then we have Rock in Rio. It's in 4 different locations. It's in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. It's in Lisbon, Portugal. It's in Madrid, Spain, and Las Vegas, Nevada. That's in the North American continent. Then we got Mawazin Festival. That's in Morocco, in Africa, in the African continent. Then we got Kaboo. Kaboo is in Fairgrounds, California, in Del Mar Park Racetrack. Then we got Life is Beautiful Festival. That's in downtown Las Vegas, Nevada. That's North American continent. I'm going to go through all the continents first. Not the continent, go through all the festivals first, and then we'll bring the other half tonight. Anyway, Austin City Limits. We got it in Zelker Park, Austin, Texas. Sorry. And then we got, that's in North America, of course, you know, that's North American city and state. Then we got Kaboo. Sorry, Voodoo. We got Voodoo Music Arts Experience in City Park, New Orleans, Louisiana. That's in North America. Then we got Snow Lake, South Lake, Tahoe in Louisiana, North American continent. Then we got Sydney Festival. That's located in Sydney, Australia, in the Australian continent. Then we got Ultra Music Festival. That's in downtown Miami. If you're in the southern parts of the world, in Miami, you're in Bayfront Park, Miami, Florida, in the North American continent. Then we got Lollapalooza. That's right next door to Chicago. I'm in Minnesota, so that's our neighbor, about 9 hours away from here. That's the festival in Grand Park, Illinois, in North American continent. Then we got Bonnaroo Music Festival. That's in Great Stage Park in Manchester, Tennessee. If you're anywhere down south, further down south, you can go to that North American continent for the Bonnaroo Music Festival. Then Mysteryland Music Festival. That's in the Netherlands. And this word, if you're French, help me out. It's called Ha-Lem-Me-Me in the Netherlands. That's in the European continent. Then we have Creamfield Music Festival. That's in Boresbury, UK, in the European continent. Now that takes care of the festivals. Tonight I'm going to tell you about the stadiums, and they range from 87,000 capacity all the way up to 150,000 in capacity. So we're trying to, that's why we need investors. We need investors for the festival locations, investors for the stadium locations, and we also need investors to invest in these millionaire artists. You need to invest in the millionaire artists so we can take care of this, and then they can be working all the time. That's why we're putting the centers around in the 7 continents, because we want them to be able to read. When they go from place to place, they need to be able to read, because I'm one of those, I'm an all hats woman, I'll just put it that. In the music sector, I'm all hats. So I believe you should, if you can read, you can do it all. And then you can cut out some of the costs for paying for some of these people, the producers, the arrangers, the composers, and so on and so on. If you can do it yourself, you don't need them. So that's why we're putting the centers there, so you can reach out and touch one of them in one of the 7 continents. So anyway, I got like 10 minutes. I'm going to tell you who some of the artists are, the female artists. I'm going to tell you who the American artists are. Let me see, should I tell you? I'm going to tell you the foreign artists now, because we're featuring DJ Cuppy. Since we're doing DJ Cup and she's from abroad, we're going to tell you who the millionaires are on that side of the world. Okay, we can start with Adele. Adele is number one from the UK at $135 million is her net worth. And in euros, she's 140 million. Then we got DJ Cup. DJ Cup, the one that's being featured in your background, her net worth is 20 million in the US from Nigeria. And in Naira, she's at $7.2 billion in Naira. Then we got Tyra Savage. She's from Nigeria. She's at 4.85 million in the US, and she's in Naira at $4.2 billion. Not dollars, but Naira. Yamalati. She's from Nigeria at 4.2 million. And Naira, she's at 3.47 billion. Now we got Oma Mooney from Nigeria. She's at 3.3 million. And Naira, she's at $1.2 billion. Then we got Chidima from Nigeria. She's at 4.5 million. Well, actually, she's gone down to 3.2 million. And Naira, she's at 1.64 billion. Then we got Cyrus Shea. These are some artists that you don't know about. If you keep coming out and join me, you'll hear some of these artists that have some nice sounds. And we were wondering where we got these strong, powerful soprano voices, A-sharps, and all that. They came original from Africa. I'm just telling you where some of them still are. But anyway, Cyrus Shea from Nigeria, 2.2 million. Asa from Nigeria, she's at 3.9 million. This is in US. Warje from Nigeria, 2.9 million. Cynthia Morgan, she's at 1.5 million. Naneka from Nigeria, she's at 2 million. Nayola from Nigeria, she's at 1.1 million. Sinach, these are gospels. Wonder where we got these powerhouse gospel voices from? Come out and join me, and then you'll find out where they're coming from. They came from Africa. Now check out Miss Sinach, Sinach. She's Nigerian gospel. She's at $1 million. And that's in US, of course. Then we got Laura George from Nigerian gospel. She's at 400,000. We got Nikki Leoya from Nigeria. She's at 450,000. Now we got Simi. Simi is an artist from the US. I mean, not from the US, from Nigeria. She's at 800,000. She's just regular, but she got a powerhouse. She got a little baby sounding voice, but you know, she's mixing with everybody. You know, she's reaching out, stepping out of her zone. Miss Simi at 800,000 from Nigeria. Then we got Leona Lewis. And she's from the UK. But you can put her right alongside with Mariah Carey. These powerhouse voices, you know what I'm saying? She's got a powerhouse voice. Miss Leona Lewis is from the UK, and she's at $30 million. Then we got Jessie J. Jessie J is from the UK. She's at 8 million US. In euros, she's at 5.5 million euros. Then we got Toby Alati. Toby Alati is a gospel artist. She's at 5 million. Toby Alati. Then we got Stefflon Don. Like that name. Stefflon Don is from the UK. She got a little bit of history going. She's Jamaican by partial parents. Part of her roots is from the Netherlands, and she's in the UK. So she speaks Dutch, rapping in Jamaican, and probably can sling in there a little bit of that Dutch while she's rapping. But she's hot. I'm going to put her in there with, I'm working on a plan with her and Nicki Minaj. I think that'll be an awesome package. So when you're doing Mr. Detroit, when you're saving up your money for next year, 2019, trying to get everything off by July 4th, save up your money and you'll see Nicki Minaj and Miss Stefflon Don. London, that's her name from the UK. But anyway, we got Sade. I did not know, until I checked my roots and stuff, I did not know that Sade came from Africa. But she did. She was hot in her time, so I had to go back and get her. She's like, I'll tell you what, her network is still hanging. She's at $70 million. That's her network coming out of Nigeria. So this evening, when I get ready to come back again, I'm going to tell you guys who the American artists are, the female artists are. I'm going to tell you, wow, the women on Wednesday, millionaire music artists. We're going to tell you who they are. And we're going to tell you the vineyards besides our own. See right now, see that vineyard in the foreground? That's my husband on the land that we purchasing. We got 2 more payments on our land. Not too bad. I'm sure, we got $22,000 coming in. That's the more portions of the different section of the land. We got $22,000 more dollars coming in, expected at least by this week or next week for sure. We'll take out our investment and we'll pay off the land, and then I'll start to, now these millionaire artists that I'm telling you about, that I did tell you, some of them from Africa, some of them from the UK, some of them, a lot of them from North America as well. These are the people that we're proposing, these millionaires, to do these performances, because we want some already know how to do it, to do our performance. So you invest in it already. Those are the millionaires. We pick the location along with your choice. Hi. I can't see that right here. Joan. Hi, Joan. How are you? Are you an artist? Wave to you, Joan. But anyway, you'll pick the artist. You'll pick the location, because we're going to put them all the locations out there for the 7 continents. We got it on the website, CAB, Music Studios with an S.com. You can see the vineyards. You can see the samples of the location. The land is going to be appearing there. And you'll see me in a lot of these videos that I'm doing. I call them demos and series. I do like 12 series because I'm getting ready to jet. I'm getting ready to step right out of here and take this on the road to the East Coast. I'll be leaving around December the 8th, but my last broadcast will be December the 7th. I'm going to shut it down on the 7th, and the next time you hear from me will be that following week. I'll be on the East Coast. I'll tell you the same thing I'm telling you now, because I'm looking for investors. So we can do our $30 billion world investment tour and keep these musicians working. We need to keep them working on tours, because I did the bars, I did the corner stores, I did the little local joints and all that with big bands and all that. It doesn't work, U.S. I'm sorry. It just does not work. You can have a big 22-piece band, but everybody looks for 5 cents. It does not work. It just doesn't work. So I'm building you some tours, and they're called $30 billion world investment tours, where people that love music can invest in what they love, and that's music. So all the people that did come out, I appreciate you coming out today at 11 o'clock on my Central Time broadcast of the T-Som Records LLC and our studios, the CAB MSP Music Studios, where it's the home of T-Som, our brand, and we're branding everything, including our own label, and that's T-Som Records LLC. So I'll see you tonight. Bring everybody out tonight. Challenge me. Let me see if I can just see so many people out there, I can't even tell you who the millionaires are. You just hear me talking and playing music, and maybe even featuring the land and whatever else I can do on the 9 o'clock broadcast. So come on out. Let me see who's out there. Mr. Bari, why are you always late? Mr. Bari is coming all the way from India. Where's Joan? Where you coming from, Joan? Mr. Bari is from India. He's trying to get me into India. What do you say? Hi, what did you say? Good evening. Evening? I'm in the Midwest. This is morning, 11 a.m. Central Time. I got like 1 minute. I'm going to count down. I'm at 29 minutes and 9 seconds and counting. I'll give you a few little conversation. Where are you from, Joan? Tell me, where your location? Oh, I'm Mr. Detroit. Where are you from? Where you from? Detroit, right? Why everybody want to come down? It's time to go. Mo. Who's that? Mo. I can't see that. The last one that just came. Wait, where are you from? Tell me where your location is. Good morning. Once again. Oh, good morning. Yeah, hi, Mr. Bari. Hi. How are you? You on a lunch break or something, Mr. Bari? You always coming in late, but you need to come tonight. Come back tonight at 9 Central Time. Check the clock. Now I need to know where is that Mo. Where's Mo from? Mo Giabaz. Giabaz. Where you from, Mo? What location? Well, you're going to be too late trying to tell me. It's 30 minutes and some seconds counting down. And I have to go now. Thank you for coming out, Mr. Detroit. Thank you for coming out, Mr. Maserati. Thank you for coming out, Mo, and several other ones I can't see. But I want to say, have a lovely day, and I'll see you this evening. And I'll be in Asia. I'll be wearing yellow this evening at 9 p.m. Central Time. So come out and join me. And bring all your friends. Tell all of them about the $30 billion World Investment Tour. And go to our website at CABMSP Music Studios with an S.com, that is. And you can see all these things. Some of the people that we're featuring on, and you'll see some of the millionaires. That's the building we're in now. Look, take a look. We're in the Twin Towers of Minneapolis, Minnesota for now. That's our temporary base. We're going to build our own towers, bank and everything. But anyway, I must go now, and I'll see you guys later. And thank you so much for coming out. And join me on YouTube. Go to my YouTube channel, Mr. and Mrs. OLI on YouTube. Sayonara. Bye for now.